Popsquat. Come at ya. Wow, buried the needle on that one. Usually when I slap my chest, it totally buries the needle on my recording. We are going to listen to the Otherlands every Monday for the last couple of weeks. I can't pat myself on the back too much. For the last couple of weeks, I've been doing an album. And this week we're going to do the Otherlands from Sewerperson. This is partially because someone asked for it. Cameron asked back in October of 2024, so 6-7 months ago. Maybe even more than that, Jesus. And sent me some money to do it and asked for me to react to the Otherlands. I love Sewerperson stuff really, really a lot. And he's actually released a number of albums in the last few months, or last year or so, and this is just one of them. So he just came out with Detour. I think it's out, right? Yeah, May 23rd. What are we in? No, it's coming May 23rd. And then also did... Let's just go to his albums. Into This Place, You Go, I'll Wait, then The Otherlands, Screwy, Hostile, Push, Mud. I think I actually reacted to Mud, or something off of Mud. Faces, Sewer and Jabari, Sewer and Branwen, Sewer and Splash Gang, Sewer and Eric, the SoundCloud Files, Sewer and Scotty, The Elixir. So The Elixir is probably the last... Did I do that album yet? He just puts out so much music. Like, that's what I'm really trying to get across. He puts out a lot of music. And this is an album from, let's see, it looks like it was released September 28th of 2024. And we're just going to get into it here. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please go watch another video on the channel if you have time for that. CashApp, PayPal, and Patreon information is down below if you would like me to react to something. I have plenty of albums to do, so it's better not to send albums. I'm doing one every Monday in order to try and attempt to catch up. And also down below in the description of the video, if you want something else to do, is a playlist that I put together at the end of last month with 15 tracks on it that are fantastic. It's a really fantastic playlist. And once you're done with this reaction, please go listen to that playlist. I think you will enjoy it. Let's go. Thanks again to Cameron. I appreciate you sending money in and telling me to do this. And thanks to everybody else for also encouraging me to do more albums. One of the other reasons I'm doing this is I am actually going to see Sewerperson and Garden on Thursday. It is Monday night, 11:05 p.m. right now, and Thursday I will be going to see them down at the Nectar Lounge in Seattle. Here we go. So let's see. First-hand accounts of a world thought lost, Sewerperson. So that must be a quote. This album tells the story of the Otherlands through the words of the narrator. The Otherlands is an alternate universe filled with unimaginable horrors once thought fiction in our realm. I'll keep reading. The Otherlands was released one chapter at a time for 11 days, beginning on September 19th of 2024 and ending on September 29th of 2024. This upload style is new to Sewerperson and was very well received by his fans. I don't remember that. This project has a wide range of amazing producers Sewerperson has worked with in the past. And I love how Sewerperson is changing the way he's writing songs and making music. He is, from what I understand, seems to be moving away from... doing tracks that are almost exclusively from his experience in life, and instead seems to really be embracing almost like folklore and mythology and using a lot of it in his music. There were a few tracks off of a previous album, something like Demon in the Blood or something. I forget what the hell I'm trying to think of, but he's had a number of songs that have kind of revolved around creatures and monsters and weird things, and I just think it's fascinating. I can't wait to listen to this whole album, so let's get into it. Enough preface, right? The first song on the album is called Of the Otherlands by Sewerperson and produced by Godlow, who he has indeed done a lot of stuff with. I'm gonna check and see what this is listed as. Rock, rap, independent, intro, Canada, alternative, monologue, and alternative rock. All right. Well, let's move this aside. I'm going to be using SoundCloud for this album because when I tried to go to Spotify, it told me that page had too many requests. I don't know why that is, but I couldn't get at it. And we are going to listen to The Otherlands on SoundCloud. Let's go. Here is Of the Otherlands, produced by Eric Godlow. Stop it. I might have to mess with the sound a little bit to make sure it's coming through correctly.
My first-hand accounts of the events I've witnessed throughout my time spent in the Otherlands. I assure you they are very real. The details of such atrocities have burned their mark on my brain and singed my understanding of what...
I think this is so cool. I love that it's absolutely embracing this whole alternative dimension weirdness thing. The skipping of the vocals make it sound like it's a deteriorated tape, but in like a kind of in a fantasy sort of way, right? Like no tape would actually deteriorate like that, but it gives you the feeling that whatever, it's not playing right on whatever it is that you are listening to this on, like a tape player or a CD player or whatever. Something's gone wrong. This is cool.
Exists in my realm of origin, and what exists here? This expedition into the unknown has personally brought me nothing but my own damnation. I hope these writings allow my sacrifice to be not in vain, but at least grant knowledge to the people of my homeland I so penitently long for. Burn them all.
I'm sorry, an album in which I get to imagine that the music is all inspired by stuff from another dimension is just a fantastic idea. I also have to wonder if... So the voice on here is feminine, right? But I have to wonder if this is actually supposed to be Sewerperson talking through a puppet, right? About his career up to this point, saying, I have now returned from this world that I have been presenting to you through the songs that I have made previously, the albums that I have made previously, and I am coming out of that world now, and I'm coming back to the real world. I am done, quote-unquote, reporting on that other world. I am done showing you or making up those stories from the other world, and now I'm going to start doing something different. All the time I spent there was awful. This is kind of, it sounds to me like this is almost like another rebirth for him, from Ninetales to Sewerperson, from Sewerperson who's been around this whole time until Otherlands, and now everything after everything after the Otherlands is going to be the new Sewerperson, with new sorts of music, with new topics. I don't know, but that's what this seems to be telling us. I have been in this place. You know I have been there. I will present to you all of the information that I will tell you all of the stories that I have to tell about the Otherlands, and then I am moving on from that. I am here now in the real world. Interesting idea. I don't know if that's actually accurate, but that's absolutely what this seems to tell me. Chapter 1, War Boys. is the name of it. We are going to move on to that. Produced by Branwen.
Where should I start?
Okay, I have my headphones turned up way too loud for this, so I'm going to turn them down 1 second. I might still mess with that, so if you hear that sound, that's why. Hey, come on, play. Love the kind of the flow of that, the beat of it, the musicality of it. Dun 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 dun. Like really super cool. I'm backing up. God, his voice is so good.
So deep I touch his soul. Drag him to the boat, burn his carcass out of the cold, feed his pieces to the wall. I need to see him rip, tear his drag out his throat. I don't see they got a grill. I'll be down, spread these flags around these sands, break down everything by hand. They don't get no fucking debt. What will happen when we land? Black ice on the inside of block, feel your skin so tight. You should fucking rip it off. Back to pale moonlight, stand the force supply to call in the flare maze like you consider slide job. The crowd is up, make the scream is turn to bird song. Pay to flee his face with the blood and brag by. Frankly, everything is torch upon completion of the job. Even in the midst of war, hear them laugh and make love.
I love the sound of that. I'm surprised it starts off so screamy, like his voice, like so loud and screamy. It sounds screamy, right? As the first full real track on the album. But I love the overall feel of it, the energy of it, the anger of it, the bounciness of the lyrics, of the vocals, I should say. I really like it. I don't necessarily understand what this is about, right? Jet black eyes line the mists of the bog, feel your skin's too tight, you should fucking rip it off. Bathed in pale moonlight, stand the force employed to cull. Stand the force employed to cull. In the flare of mage light, you can see their slack jaws. Bleed the crowned, a stuck pig, their scream is turned to birdsong. Paint the fleet's face with the blood of raid rot. Everything is torched upon completion of the job. Even in the midst of war, I hear them laugh and make love. I don't know. Pikes of Kingsguard atop a desecrated throne. They say the royals bleed blue, but here I'm covered in its rose, in its blood, in its red blood. Punch out fragments of his bones. Dug so deep I touched his soul. Yeah, drag him to the boat, burn his carcass over the cove. Feed his pieces to the wolves. Yeah, I need to see him ripped. Tear his trachea out his throat, all those teeth had got a grip. I'll be damned, spread his plague throughout the sands. Break down everything by hand. They don't... Is he... I'm only guessing, right? But I don't know who this person is that he's ripping to pieces and burning and scattering to the wolves, but it sounds like some king, some leader of this place in the other lands. But I don't know. What a fantastic sounding song, though. I wish I had some definite answers for that. Is there any annotation on that? No, there's nothing. I'm super curious. I think a lot of this album is going to be a little impenetrable in terms of who or what exactly he's talking about, because it's couched in terms of like a weird fantasy world that is different than our own and doesn't necessarily map to what we might expect. Let's keep going. Track number 3 is chapter 2, an Arachnidian hymn. I think I may have reacted to this already. Arach. Yes, I did. Back September 30th of 2024. So I have reacted to this, and let's see what it's like.
It is clear to me pain has been granted rule over these lands. It seems even on the quietest of nights here, the woeful shriek of tragedy consumes all.
I gotta back up here because that guitar riff really reminds me of something, and I don't know what it is. We don't need to hear her talking. Can't think of it.
Slept beneath the cantrip of fate. My 8 legs will wipe the tears from your face. The silk spine is meant to save you the taste. Their long guns have blown a hole in my chest. I'm wrapped up to stop the leaking of breath. My teeth punch the funnel webs of the nest. It's just love, so can't the world let us rest? First time you see me hunger for blood. I can't lie, I fear I'd lose you to man. But you stayed inside the cold of my clutch. You showed me the heart is more than a hourglass. It paints my back. There's nothing more than reason to separate me from flesh. You said, and I burn that into my head from then on. Thought of you was all I've got to go on. Make this easy, can't you make this easier on me? Yeah, they punch and they kick, and they budge and they shove, and we fight and make up, then we fight and lay up. It's all said and done. You're still all that I got. Just stay still and let the web all the way. It's just love beneath the cantrip of hate. My 8 legs will wipe the tears from your face. The silk spot is meant to save you the taste. Their long guns have blown a hole in my chest. I'm wrapped up to stop the leaking of bread. My teeth punch the funnel webs on the nest. It's just love, so can't the world let us stress?
What a beautiful track. I don't know if I actually appreciated it the first time I listened to it. I haven't gone back to watch that review, that reaction. But Really, really a nice song, and it's about misanthropic love, right? It's about him feeling like he's a horrible spider beast creature who's been hurt, who's dying, who's whatever, but he's been holding on to his lover, his partner, so tightly because that's all he can do, all it can do, right? I'm wrapped up to stop the leaking of breath. Like I've cocooned myself to just keep myself alive. And I not gonna leave my house. My teeth punch the funnel webs of the nest. Like I'm not leaving. It's just love. So can't the world let us rest? Like I love you. I just want to be home alone with you forever. And I am afraid if you leave, you will find out that the world has so much more to offer you than I can offer you in my own little bedroom, in my apartment, in this little funnel web cave domain that I have you in. And I don't want you to leave. I just want to be home with you. Really a pretty song, though. Oh, produced by Nico North. I did not say that. That's a pretty song. I don't know what I thought of that the first time, but I'm going to have to go watch that reaction again. The next track is... Oh, they keep fucking up this thing. Feed the Lake? Is that right? Yeah, Feed the Lake. Produced by Yunny Goldz. And let's get into this now. It's the end of the last song.
There is no such thing as a safe zone here, only a well-disguised one. 5 days into my adventures, I'd stumbled upon a charmingly quaint fishing town located off-stream of Coral Bay, one of 4 main lake bodies of the western Netherlands. As harmless as the local folk and fauna may be, they ultimately serve as perfect distraction to the true danger of this maritime hamlet, the lake itself.
I feel nothing you would call scars the same. It's hurt, it's fake, it's chased down to forever dwell in this lake. It's kid, it's shame by you and me only. We can sign breaking walls, we erase or rewrite. It's petrified, trapped within the sand out of Corabai. In this fishy town, lost 20 lives. The water's laughing muffled, their mother's cries. Not certain points, it's suicide. Suppress the envelope with no strikes aside. With good insights, you never win. When every fucking day is very learning them. I lost another animal last night, treading water in that creek, swept away to its bite. And I wonder if I'll ever see it die. I'll keep waving off this wind, I'll keep beating back its brine. At least and I'll keep one eye on the shore, and I'll keep one eye on our land while I venture in its depths. I must say I never learned to hold my breath, but I've learned to hold my own, and I'll fight until I hold this end. It's petrified, trapped within the sand belt of Coral Bay. In this fishy town, lost 20 lives. The water's laughing muffled, their mother's cries. Not certain points, it's suicide. Suppress the envelope with no strikes aside. With good insights, you never win. When every fucking day is very learning them.
That's the end. Interesting. So the annotation here is about how the person in the story eventually just dives into the lake and tries to go hunt down whatever this monster is that lives in the lake that is claimed 20 lives and, you know, takes whatever this animal that got lost too, and basically cares nothing for their own life anymore. The person who dives in can't breathe underwater, but still is going to go fight this thing. And again, I just have to think about it in terms of like what could the lake actually be? What does the lake represent in this? And for some reason, the first thing I thought of is like the city, right? Like my friends go out into the city, and some of them don't come back because they get in trouble, whatever. Like I'm trying to figure out like what is it? What is the lake? Is the lake the music industry? Is the lake something else? I'm still gonna go attack it and try and dominate it. Maybe it is the music industry. Maybe that's what he's trying to say. With could-have dones, you never win when every fucking day is spent relearning them. Relearning the lessons, I assume. Also a good track. I'm not sure, the first two were so amazing. Warboys and ARACHNIDIAN. That's it, ARACHNIDIAN. Him. Still my two favorites so far. Love it. Let's go. Feed the Lake. That was Beware the Mimics. I was kind of hoping it was going to say Mime. Produced by Sorrowbringer. Let's see what this is like. Beware the Mimics.
This realm has effectively become haven for deception. Intruders who feed upon the human desire for normalcy evolve to capture the essence of our entire being, only to use this mirror image against us. Many a man here have suffered at the hands of what they have come to call the Mimics.
Okay, so it sounds like the Mimics are supposed to be not like D&D Mimics, for those of you who know, but almost more like doppelgangers, or vampires, where they take the essence of whoever they feed on and turn into a copy of them. Who could this be talking about, right? Other musicians? Just other people who just take and take and take from you until you have nothing left to give, and they have used you up? That seems probably likely.
Underneath pristine estate, basement depth where dirt meets clay. Tears were shed within this place. Boxes leak of flesh remains. Savagely steals your face, worn atop his ancient skin. In tongues forgotten by eons past, his word imbues his new favorite mask. Now forced to speak of all summers past, he will steal your life in this U-shaped cash. Confidence is what put you here, and now confidence is what leaves you last. Did they ever really love you if they never even noticed? Your wife is cuddled up next to whatever inside a motives. Invited, excited, she looks into his eyes and sees nothing but her husband looking back. It's not surprised. We're the boggling curse, the graveyard nurse. It's called by many names, but only one name works, and that name's yours, and that name's hers. Runs to the family's hers. Dirt meets clay, where ice meet brain, where push meets shove, and pressure meets pain. When it's all done, it will phase out, somewhere in the beams of the house we came out. You recognize a voice coming out of his mouth. Just once upon a time it was yours, it came out of I know. But she doesn't, it's really a spinning image. Say lay down in your bed and she gets fucked by a mimic.
I was very naive. I am so sorry for everything that has happened.
Watch as spells fall flat, break down. Place in the worst way that you shout. Words turn dust only halfway out. Muffled by the drywall packed in your mouth. Plague turned sap for the family tree. Children to be burdened on resembling thee. Abomination follows and a curse must feed. The mother is consumed by what she thought was savagely. Steals your face. Warren atop his ancient scheme. In tongues forgotten by eons past. His word imbues his new favorite man. Forced to speak of all summers past. He will steal your life in this U-shaped cash. Confidence is what put you here and now. Confidence is what leaves you last.
Huh. So I think I'm wrong. I think what this song is about is you or him, Miles, Sewerperson, in a relationship or aging. Maybe. And how he becomes basically a mimic of himself. He continues to behave in a certain way to let his partner think that he's still the person that they started this relationship with. But inside, the real him is awful, terrible, has become something other, and no longer cares, just wants to take from the relationship, doesn't give anything, and if it does give anything, it's poisonous. It's deadly. It's a savage little child, right? And it says here something about the mother is consumed by her savage children or something like that. I think that's what this is supposed to be saying. Like, you could be, and I'm not saying this is necessarily true for Sewerperson, right, in relationships. I think he's talking about people who get into relationships and they stop being honest, and they stop being an actual participant in the relationship, and they just glide along, and they're not really in it. They're not really part of it, and they don't like it. They don't enjoy it, and nothing that comes from them is real and honest and trustworthy and good. He will steal your life in this U-shaped cast. Confidence is what put you here. Being confident in yourself and in your relationship, your ability to be with somebody. And now your confidence is what leaves you last. So you still feel like you can do it, but you can't. You talk about past glories, now forced to speak of all summers past. He will steal your life in this U-shaped cast. I think that's what that's about. Ooh, really good. Like, really, really interesting stuff. And because it's not definite, right? Because you have to kind of apply a meaning yourself. It could have any number of different meanings. Ugh, it's really good. This is a really interesting way for him to be making music. Chapter 5, In Ice. Who produced this? Produced by Sorrowbringer once again. Let's do it.
As daunting as the mimics may be, their evil pales in comparison to the wrath dealt out by a cousin to their species, found in the northern regions of the realm, the Yilu.
The Yilu. I'm trying to think like if that's a word backwards. Ule? Yilu. Yeah, it would be Ule. As flurry spawns above us, the doubt will grow among us. The ice wharf has hugged us into bay. The permafrost has cracked, giving birth to beasts trapped by its weight within our post. All it bellows now mapped. By machine, crystalline brain creatures climb So is this going to be about like a creature like the Thing from the movie The Thing? I don't know. Let's keep listening.
From a frost crack, giving birth to beast trap by its weight. Then our approach, olive bellows, now mad. Environment shady, crystalline, brain creatures clawing gaps in its ice to our barricades that leave its metal red. Oh my god, I pray my feet can try to find a way back to drop zone. But this prison we have claimed revenge that we're all alone. Twisted fingers beat the doors, blown back inside a bridge. Two of our texts we slept within our ribs. They heavy at that sound. Fucking ancient world for slumber on this day. At the cross, solid evidence. It's our life in which we pay with all our heart. Shining light we go. Expedition was for suicide and codes. We cover evac like Thanos and froze. Super sea toast, but our journals in the snow. Sat in our bones. This ice we stood upon before becomes our tone. Left to develop in a monster of our own. As eons pass us by, our shape is molded by the code. Our children of the How many times have I clawed and I scraped to these walls of this structure? They've left me in cash. I've grown red in the eyes. I've gone stone in the face. The primalist breeze and my thoughts are replaced. Crystalline brain creatures clawing gaps in its ice to our barricades that leave its metal red. Oh my god, I pray my feet can try to find a way back to drop zone. But this prison we have claimed revenge that we're all.
Definitely reminds me of The Thing. Ice creatures that come out of the ground and take people over and kill them, rip them apart, but keep them alive and use them as puppets. This outro is interesting. I don't know if I can just take it unfinished. Don't know what that means. I thought just making you happy must be some kind of record. All I can do is find out for you. I'm still willing to go on. So I think that's the key part of this song. I think this is what's supposed to explain what this is about. I think. Like you're in a relationship with someone and they're cold, awful, terrible to you, but you still keep at it because they manipulate you into continuing to try. And if you manage to make them happy, you're just relieved, so happy to see them happy, but it costs you everything. All I can do is find out for you. I'm still willing to go on. Yeah, whatever you need, I'm here for it, right? But you're a monster. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with explanations for like what these stories are trying to tell us, and they definitely feel like something, right? It's not. This is not a. This is an album about monsters from an alternate world, but they're the monsters that you are in relationships with, and they're the monsters that are right outside your door, and they are the people you see every day, and they are like, it's a very fun way of making an album. I think I love this. I think I absolutely love it. Chapter 6, a botched heist of the LEZORYTH MIDSUMMER residence. This is just so cool.
With the information I have provided thus far, I'm sure it comes as no surprise that thievery and other criminal mischief manages to slip through the cracks of society. A natural chaos of this world remains at its forefront. Although the The perpetrators of such things flourish under the blind eye of the law. What they cannot account for is the evil hidden within other citizens behind the closed doors they so selfishly pry open.
Produced by Eric Godlow again.
Quick hands got enough. Gas lamps flicking up. Match man picking light. The moon dance cover up. Cobble roads kicking up. Some horse shit in a mud. Forcing to the front. The door hands broken up. Paneling in your scores. The crest of the helm is enormous. The clock's to the time of the forest. The balcony's covered in torches. Something inside of his gut is a notch. Victorian pill, but no sign of a cross in the arches. An almanac flipped to the harvest. And its leather is riddled with markings. Look like tattoos. And feel like me and you. Where the fuck have we chosen a barge and speckled with crimson and foot are the carpets? I hear a shuffle come out of the darkness. I feel a hunter's reconnaissance markers. I pick up scent of a bloodless, just as I pick up sight of a carcass. I shouldn't have come here alone. I should just stuck to my grove. You could see and regret it. Human like stripped to his bones. I brought wind out of whack in his wholeness into his stomach. Sweat it could smell on my chest. Just fear could smell on my breath. I know. I guess I picked me a dud. I've been deceived by the crest. Charges at me from the door. He's packing my brain in the floor. I've nowhere to go. I've hoped I'd die by the sword, but now I'm mechanically guard with the hand on my throat. There's blood pools in both my hands. I finally lock eyes with a man, absorbing my hope. Draped in the finest of things, the crest and the steel of his ring. A family of sick missing throats. Hands got enough. Gas lamps flicking on. Max man picking light. Dance cover up, cobble roads kicking up, some horse shit in a mud, forcing to the front, the door is broken up.
Wow, that one I'm totally clueless about. I mean, I'm making all this up anyway, right? But that one I'm very clueless about. Unsure of what that's supposed to be about, other than what it's about, right? Huh. So the intro, thievery exists, the world's in chaos, although the perpetrators of such things flourish under the blind eye of the law. They cannot account for the evil hidden within. Okay, this is the important part. What they cannot account for is the evil hidden within other citizens behind the closed doors they so selfishly pry open. So other people pry open doors to come in and steal things, right? And this song goes on, describes this beautiful house. I break inside. It looks like tattoos. It feels like me and you. Where the fuck have we chosen to barge in? Well, so yeah, there's a book, let's see, and it says the book is bound in human skin. That's why the burglar thinks the markings on it look like tattoos. The book feels like me and you, like human skin, because that's what it's made from. Okay, that makes sense. Speckled with crimson at foot are the carpets. There's blood on the floor, yeah. I hear the shuffle come out of the darkness, so there's somebody there, right? They fight. But I don't understand why. I don't understand what this is supposed to be about. That's okay. One mystery I can handle. I don't get it. The Parasite Fields, Chapter 7. This is just all fantastic, by the way. I'm totally loving it.
Unfortunately, the conditions of this world have recently breached our own. Predictions of mass famine have begun to pour in from Western Europe, as well as the coastal regions of the Americas, as a strange rot has taken to virtually 45% of farmland in these areas. However, this isn't a plague of rot, but a strange parasitic phenomenon known as
Luffy.
psycho. Gonna ring my tree like it's a paradise. Just fun believing me, I've seen inside it like you spread a seed all over the plants from my driveway. And as they grow and grip the wildlife. Like lands you're born.
Okay, so this is kind of reminding me of the story and the movie The Color Out of Space from a few years ago. The story is much older. It's why can't I think of H.P. Lovecraft? I think he wrote The Color Out of Space. I'm almost 100% certain of that. The Color Out of Space. The movie was really, I thought it was fantastic for 2019 with Nicolas Cage. I'd go watch it. It's creepy and weird and strange. The book, however, is from 1927, a short story from, yeah, it is H.P. Lovecraft, I was pretty sure, from 1927. And, God, it's just incredibly inventive and cool and weird, and there's a reason why Cthulhu is so popular now and the whole mythos is popular. It's because it's a revolutionarily amazing idea. But go watch this movie. I cannot tell you how much I recommend it. But it reminds me of that. It spread its seed all over the plants in front of my driveway, and as they grow, they grown and grip the wildlife. Like, yep, there you go. Not sure what this is supposed to be about either. Let's just keep going.
Out of hollowed out sockets on animal corpses laid out through these marshes and backwater states. The stench permeates through the doors of your cabin and there's no way to block it. It's like boom, bitch, finding not a door. It's not boring. Fights and brought the floor and it's sprouted inside its organs. My favorite part. I thought a weekend needs to see my crop decay. These swarthy creatures birth from me and try my ruptured mind. Whatever feeding me, I'm throwing it up at night. And some is eating me like deep my guts inside. It's climbing through my mouth, it's a parasite. Gonna ring my tree like it's a paradise. Just fun believing me, I've seen inside it like you spread a seed all over the plants from my driveway. And as they grow and grip the wildlife.
Yeah, again, no real clue what this is supposed to be about. Sounds very, very cool, though. I am super impressed by all the music on this album. It's really fun to listen to this. Because you're like, what did he just say? What's he talking about? What is going on? Like, you can listen to it and just enjoy the sound of it, right? But if you just catch little bits and pieces throughout, you're like, what is happening in this album? And then if you really get into it, you're like, holy crap, what a weird concept album thing that's totally awesome. Like I said, loving it. Chapter 8 is next, Resistance to Antibiotics. Let's see.
Through the spread of shell all has come the inevitable transformation, or zombification, if you will, of the population consuming the tainted crop. As stated earlier, this is a parasite from a different world, never before seen on Earth. Therefore, there is no defense against its kind.
Like that distortion on his voice. That is very cool. That is not something I have heard on him before. Oh, I like that a lot. I also was thinking maybe this infection, this is zombification, maybe these are supposed to be, I mean, it could be any number of things. Maybe these are supposed to be the drugs that the medicine, I'm sorry, that we have heard Sewerperson talk about in the past that makes him feel normal, but makes him feel not normal. It makes him feel calmer, more able to deal with the real world and not feel depressed, not feel whatever it is he feels. And it zombifies him, right? Makes him not feel like himself. So, not normal. But his normal is depressive, right? Like he has said that. It could be the medicine. It could also be just like, instead of it being about the medicine, it's about the world we live in, and the information we're constantly bombarded with is just driving us all crazy and turning us into zombies. I don't know. Let's keep going. This is fun.
Something in my head just to fuck me up. When I hit my bed on head, I'm waking up. Something on my face, so I'm saving up. Jump the razor in this push, collected quickly on the razor bump. Now I keep graying up. I see colors in my spit, I'm scared, I'm looking up. And I look sickly in this mirror, then I'm gazing up. So I'm breaking on my dress, and then turn it jump. Search and it flip, now it's dark, in my face, shaking, spinning blade. What could I have got in front of his basement like? What could I have eaten when I serve at night? Yeah, anytime I bleed, I touch copper pipe. I can see the look in her face, I don't know. I can feel it setting in my veins like it's snow. I can feel my will inside my brain, let it go. It's nothing like before, this time they don't know. This time they don't know. It's not like before, this time they don't know. Yeah, before this time they don't know. It's not like before, this time they don't know. And I dig into his heart. I can feel my sin, I'm inside a long dark. I can find a sum, oh I bring this flash for. I was never in charge, I'm not pilot to this vessel. When you see a why, you see just how it dishevels. Bacteria's to blame, but this one's kissed by the devil. Once you see them change, burn them down before it settles. I know time couldn't heal what we brought with our ventures. Blood became sealed for the diaries of letters. All the fluids have congealed in the bodies of our senders. Barricade with steel, seal the gaps when they weather. May God forgive the methods used in sacrifice of my counterparts. The zealous wind blows rotting fumes from the killing fields to this den of hearts.
Idea. I mean, it does kind of sound a little bit like it could have to do with the medicine taken for, depression and whatever else. Metformin. No, metformin is for diabetes. Oh, that gives you a glimpse. What was the... I probably have some over here. What is the... all medicine that I stopped taking because I have lots of executive dysfunction. No. I should probably start taking this medicine again. I haven't touched these bottles in a long time. Is this it? No, that's a different one. This is it. No, that's not it either. Lisinopril? No, I don't remember what it's called. It's some of the drugs that even you out if you are depressive, right? That take the edge off and make it impossible to finish while having sex, which Miles has also talked about in his music before. Yeah, I don't know what this is really about. What was up with that beat switch in the middle of the song? It's almost like the first part of the song is the person talking about what's happening, and the second part is them either breaking out of whatever state that they were in and telling us the truth about what's happening, or the other way around. They're telling us the truth early in the song, and the beat switch is when they are taken over and can't continue on. And I just would need to read through this and listen to it multiple more times to get a better sense of it, and I don't really know. Because the second verse after the beat switch says, rip apart, I break his ribs and dig into his heart. I can't feel my sin, I'm inside the long dark, occupying the stem of my brain is plague spore. I was never in charge, I'm not pilot to this vessel, right? Like, so that seems like he is actually talking to you, the real person, and the early part was the plague spore, was this other thing that had taken him over. May God forgive the methods used in sacrifice of my counterparts. The stalest wind blows the rotten fumes from the killing fields to this den of ours as we try to wait it out. I don't know. I'm getting tired of saying that. Only a couple tracks left. Track number 10 is Chapter 9, Hominis Nocturna. And let's get into it.
Generations upon generations
Produced by
of the LEZORYTH
Skellington.
have sat atop the socio-political ladders of their respective era, and many believe it is not just for their genetically predisposed inclination to starting profitable business, but something much darker. What follows are journal scrappings of the last LEZORYTH house employee to have disappeared on family property, and if what is said is the truth, then the LEZORYTH bloodline must be purged.
And all I have to do is a little twiddling down here, and now what do you see?
You're turning into a skeleton.
Yes.
Cracks in the ceiling, you're golden with you. Feel the walls for the lab, take slowly onto me, I'm scared. I wait for sunlight to go away, so then I will live as a soul. I hope this bucket can last through the morning, but shot when I'm eating, there's nothing important here. These windows will burn me like Everclear. In truth, I've only get more to fear. So fast makes, yeah, here on linoleum. I wonder why my morality said to run. I couldn't eat them, it's killing me. So I waste away and refuse to feed. I've overlooked how to guilt me, and now it should cause my murder sunder, and now it becomes my calamity. I brittle my bones in a way of the love.
Now you can do this trick or a version of it at home. In fact, I'll turn on the lights and show you how.
Tried away to these cellar balls, abandoned by humanity is something more like animal. I never get this curse, my full control.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I still can.
Okay, good. And I also have enough magical powers to return to everyday life. Watch.
The stamping floor in which I'm stored is covered up in time like an open sore. If the afterlife has closed its doors, a vampire isn't last, what will force them ajar? Candlelight supplies me with a vision of stone, and the three of my victims I wish I had known. Worn this as a badge to have this plague in my soul, but now I'm weak in my bones with this stake in my throat.
Wow, you're coming back.
Yes. And now I'm back whole again, right?
Right.
No idea. So that was Mr. Wizard, I believe, is who Don Herbert is. Let's just double check that. I am fairly certain it's Mr. Wizard, the guy who, better known as Mr. Wizard, was the creator and host of Watch Mr. Wizard. And he did like a bunch of, he's like Bill Nye the Science Guy, but probably inspired Bill Nye, right? Like this is a guy who, he was born the same year as my grandma. he did just these really cool science programs to make science interesting to people. Oh, in Herbert's obituary, Bill Nye wrote, Herbert's techniques and performances helped create the United States' first generation of homegrown rocket scientists just in time to respond to Sputnik. Yeah, he really did an amazing job getting kids interested in science and mathematics and all sorts of stuff. Oh, interesting. Herbert was a general science and English major at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, who was interested in drama. His career as an actor was interrupted by World War II. It's fascinating. Everybody is so fucking interesting. Huh. That is amazing. I have never read up on him before. I remember seeing some of his shows when I was younger. But, interesting. But anyway, that's who this Don Herbert is. That's what these quotes are taken from, is from the TV show of him, like, showing off science tricks, basically, to these kids that he would have into the studio. Saturday Night Live actually did a couple of skits that were sort of making fun of these science programs, and they were always really twisted and weird. But that's interesting. I gotta tell you, I don't know what this is about. Vampires? Is that what they called early on in here? These people who, LEZORYTH. Sort of sounds like Lazarus, which is the guy Jesus supposedly brought back from the dead. I'm not sure what's going on here. I brittle my bones in the way of a lover. I brittle my bones in the way of a lover. I don't understand that line. Huh. Abandoned by humanity as something more like animal, I never gave this curse my full control. This dampened floor in which I'm stored is covered up in time like an open sore. If the afterlife has closed its doors, a vampire isn't last of what would force him ajar. This candlelight supplies me with a vision of stone, and the three of my victims I wish I had known. I've worn this as a badge to have this plague in my soul, but now I'm weak in my bones with this stake in my throat. I have no idea. But now I'm weak in my bones with this stake in my throat. Like, so somebody's called me with a stake in my throat. I'm thinking about right now. Somebody's called me a liar. Somebody's made it impossible for me to speak, and so I'm weaker now. I don't know. I don't know. What was this called? Hominis Nocturna. So like nocturnal hominids, people. Let's go. Last song on the album. I gotta say, I'm loving this whole concept album thing. I wish I were better at decoding exactly what he's talking about. I'm sure part of it is he doesn't necessarily want it to be decoded simply. But these later songs have been really, really tricky to come up with good explanations for. The earlier ones, I think I like my explanations. I'm not saying they're right. But the later ones, very, very difficult. The last track is The World Drill, produced by Hero. Let's do it.
I must apologize. It was not my intention to deceive you. For I myself am a mimic. However, through my prey, I have absorbed the passion they held for Earth. It is why I've created these notes. I hope they help assist you in the challenges you are soon to face. For a shift has been engineered, and a portal created between our two worlds. The other lands come in pursuit of the resources abundant on your planet. Your Earth will be left a husk of its former glory once stripped by the world drill.
I'm sorry it's come to this, a promise of exercise. Plenty alternatives, a song you afterlife. Some have agreed with me, but none with the feet I see. They shaped out a destiny for you to be fed to mine. Done what I could, but still I've not done enough in time. Now the portal is sparked to life, I promise you all will die. Take what I've taught you and move forward into the fray. Honor lives amongst you and in actions you take this day. Saw the ones who raised you that they had to raise a bitch. Break out trouble in a suit, hang her head atop your hill. Whatever, the only thing that you possess on earth we have made sense of is your soul. And adversity face anywhere is no match that I know. Broken bones, I know. Still you stand back up and face your pain. The line is held by fleets of men much greater than our climb it top nirvana and let it speak throughout your body. For the magic in this state will counter gut spot of your folly. The threat of planet death has drawn your species to camaraderie. I pray your billions of arms will waste these planetary jockeys. We have wept till our eyes soared sour, and there's no more room in our graveyards. These coward words from out the mouth of your world's quill. Now get ready for the boom of the world drill. Hear the world drill. Sound of trumpets, you'll be decimated. You get erased and it gets celebrated by us. I hope you like that speech I specially catered. Cause it did what it had to and got that ego inflated. Fucked up. You should just give up. You cannot stack up. See flesh blown up. Go ahead, throw up. You should just give up. Cause you cannot stack up. See flesh blown up. Go ahead, throw up. Give up.
Another one that seems very confusing. So we're told the person introducing us to this is a mimic. It's been a plant. They're invading the world to take us over and take all of our resources. The only thing they haven't been able to figure out is our soul. I promise you will all die, so take what I have taught you and move forward into the fray. Honor your lives amongst you, and in actions you take this day showed the ones that raised you that you hadn't raised a bitch. Break down Chalul into soup, hang their head atop your hip. Like as a trophy or something, like on your hip. The only thing you possess on earth we haven't made sense of is your soul. And adversity faced anywhere is no match for that, I know. So we are very difficult to just make hopeless. We keep fighting, we keep fighting, we keep fighting. With broken bones, still you stand back up and face the pain. The line is held by fleets of men, much greater than our ranks. Climb atop of your vomit and let it speak throughout your body. So like the things they send at us don't understand why we keep fighting back and keep fighting back and keep fighting back. And what is that supposed to represent? Us dealing with the world, that every day we get up and keep going out and keep working and keep trying to get ahead and keep trying to make a better lives for ourselves and our families. The thread of planet death has drawn your species to camaraderie. I pray your billions in arms will waste these planetary jockeys, for we have wept till our eyes soared sour, and there's no more room in our graveyards. These coward words from out the mouth of your world's quill. Now get ready for the boom of the world drill. You hear the world drill. And then, oddly, at the end, he says, "No, I lied to you. Sound the trumpets, you will be decimated, you get erased, and it gets celebrated by us." I hope you like that speech. I think the one previous to this, right? Like, you're all together in this, we can't overcome your souls, blah, blah, blah. I especially catered it because it did what it had to do, and it got the ego inflated. So to make us fight back, to make us keep going. Fucked up. You should just give up. You cannot stack up. You see flesh blown up. Go ahead, throw up. You should just give up. Because you cannot stack up. The see flesh blown up. Go ahead, throw up, give up. He ends the album telling us to give up. That the ends with the invaders, the person who is supposed to be our safe place in this story, has betrayed us and tells us we can't do anything about this, we should just give up. But then you have to question, if the person who was supposed to be getting us, was supposed to be safe, was lying to us that whole time, then why should we believe this that they tell us? That we shouldn't bother fighting back, that we should just give up. It seems to me that we shouldn't. Whether or not he's lied to us in the speech above or the speech at the end, we can't trust him. So we're just going to do what we're going to do, which is to fight back, right? To keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. They don't want that, though, so they're going to tell us not to do that. And so I think in sort of a you have to decipher it for yourself kind of way, Sewerperson is telling us not to give up. But he's doing it in a way that allows him to make it sound very negative. I lied to you, you should just give up. But if you lied to me, how can I trust anything you say? So I'm just going to keep fighting. Right? What a cool album. What a very, very cool album. I would have reacted to this a long time ago if, I had time to do everything. What a cool album. It's super interesting. I like the world building that takes place in this. He comes up with these words and terms and place names that we have never heard before. And they're interesting. They're actually cool names. These monsters that are similar to things we have in folklore and fiction, but they're not exactly the same. Yeah, totally down for this. Just love the whole thing. Some of the earlier songs are definitely my favorites. War Boys and Arachnidian, what was that? Arachnidian Hymn. Just fantastic. I thought Feed the Lake was really good. Beware the Mimics was kind of cool. In Ice was good. Yeah. Really, really good. So, I wanted to check this. I can't say this. Rap, rock, emo rap, alternative rock. I want to see if most of these tracks are labeled the same sorts of things. Let's go down to the bottom of the page. Rock, rap, independent, alternative rock, emo rap, alternative. Yeah, they probably are. Excellent. Just absolutely an excellent album. And I'm ashamed that I was not able to do it sooner. Fantastic. Cameron, thanks again for sending me some money to do this. I appreciate it. I'm sorry it's taken so long. I wish I had more to say in terms of this album as a whole. But so much of it is just difficult to translate. difficult to interpret. That's what I'm trying to say. And what I do see in it is something just incredibly cool and different for Sewerperson. And I kind of am really looking forward to seeing the follow-up albums to this. I don't know when I will get to them, but oh my god, I want to see where he goes with this. If this does indeed mark a huge shift in his artistry, in the way he creates stuff. Because it's kind of incredible. Kind of incredible. Can't wait to see him on Thursday. Like I said, I'm going to see him at the Nectar Lounge in Seattle. Him and Garden. And, man, this is good. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please go watch another video on the channel if you can. CashApp, PayPal, and Patreon are over here if you would like to send me a tip for doing this reaction. If you would like to suggest a song to me, I would welcome it. Again, down here in the description of the video. Oh, also down here in the description of the video is a link to that playlist that I put together a few days ago, which is also excellent. Thank you very much. Have yourself a good day, and I really hope you enjoyed this, because I thought it was fantastic. Really, I mean, this is going on my favorites. Fantastic. Have yourself a good day. Bye-bye.